At long last, this is going to be an ASMR what I got for Christmas haul. I feel like I've only done one of these on this channel before, like 3 years ago. I don't know, it's been a minute. Moo is in her hoodie, being in the way. It's starting to get a little chilly here for us. But before I get started with like the stuff from my family, and sorry, she's very distracting. Look how cute she is. Moo, look at the camera over here. I wanted to say thank you to the people who have donated to my PayPal account. I don't know what accent that is. Since my last video, Collin, hold on. Collin Bertrude. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, but thank you for the donation. And you had some questions about like Patreon or customs, and yeah, I've been getting a lot of questions about that stuff lately, but I'm still trying to get my bearings since going back home to Pennsylvania for Christmas and all this stuff, and I'm trying to get my stuff together, and I still don't know quite what I'm doing in regards to like even how to like make a Patreon function properly, but I'm still looking into it, so bear with me. And then also a big thank you to Peter Campbell for the Christmas donation. It means a lot to me as usual. Moo appreciates it too, and I love ya. You're very generous. Anyhoozle, I don't even know how you guys even put up with me with my weird on and off posting and my mediocre random videos, but it means a lot. So, oh, do you guys like my troll pants? They're fuzzy. And my reflective skeleton hoodie from a Shein haul a while back. Anyhow, so let's just get started. These were a stocking stuffer from my mom. They're pink clothespins. You know, in my family, we always, like, our stocking stuffers and gifts in general are pretty random. It's just like strange little bits and bobs that my mom has come across in her Goodwill travels over the past year. But pink clothespins, you know, I could use those to like seal up chip bags and stuff. And then another, where's that other stocking stuffer? I know I had another stocking stuffer. Oh. And other than like these two things, everything else in my stocking was basically just like some pieces of candy and such. This is a metal turkey baster. It's got like a little metal ball on the inside. I can hear. Can you hear that? Rolling around. Doesn't have measurements or anything on the side, but either way, I think it's probably better than the old plastic dollar store baster that I had for a long time. Not that I often use turkey basters, but every once in a blue moon. And I feel like they're good to have. I'm sorry. Too much. I'm sorry. Doesn't she look so cute in this hoodie? I actually have one that kind of matches it. She kind of hates it because it's itchy, but she's she's also always cold, so don't know. If you want to know, if you have one of these thick dogs, these thick short dogs, this is from Amazon. It's by Fitwarm and it's an XXL. She's only like 50 some pounds, but it's an extra large, and it came in a bunch of different tie-dye colors that were all really cute. And it's comfy, and it's got a hoodie, and it's got a little hole here for the leash. Not sponsored. It doesn't get all pilly and like crappy like those other dog hoodies do. It's like actual like human hoodie material, like a Hanes. It's a good one. It's a good one. Oh, I was gonna grab another thing that I got that I forgot about. Hold on. I'm back. Do you guys hear my wind chimes out there and my dryer rumbling? Sorry if that's annoying. But speaking of the little baby dog over here, this was on my Amazon wish list. My oldest sister got me this. Now, it was false advertising because they said that a medium would fit her size and weight, and it's definitely like way too small. Even on the loosest setting, it's just barely fastening. So I'm going to sell this one because I don't have a gift receipt, and I don't want to like be rude and be like, hey, it's the wrong size. I asked for this size, so I'm not gonna make her get me a gift receipt. I'm going to sell it, and then I'm gonna get a large. But anyway, it's got a little floaty, her giant noggin. So the reason I got this is I had a life jacket before that I found at a thrift store and sold on eBay. I didn't think that she would like it because I thought she'd be afraid of the water because she's afraid of a lot of stuff. But I've taken her to one of the dog beaches here a few times, and one of the recent times was the cutest thing. She started like venturing in the water, and then she would like flay out her little toes, one of the webbings would stick out, and she would like step, like she'd try to go in deeper, and she would try to do like a little swim motion with her feet. So I feel like she's interested, but her breed is like very muscular and not very buoyant, so they're not very strong swimmers typically, and I don't want her to like try to swim and then get turned off by it and then never try again. So I want to get her a good life jacket with a head floaty, and I want to take her back there and see if she'd like to swim. Not now because the water's kind of cold, but like spring, summer, because she has a bad knee. I don't know if I've talked about it before. She's got a luxating patella, which is common in bow-legged dogs like this. So she gets glucosamine and chondroitin, and I can't take her on long walks or anything like that. But sorry, rambling. I think that it would be good for her joints being in the water, you know? So there's that. And then she also got me this candle that was on my wish list. Now, my favorite smell in the whole wide world is like fire, like campfires, like burning wood. I think it's the best smell in the world. If I'm like driving around in like the fall, summertime, and I can smell somebody has a fire, like I get instantly happier. And this had good reviews on Amazon, but it doesn't smell like anything. And again, I didn't say that whenever she gave it to me because that would be rude, but I'll still use it as like a light. But if you see this one on Amazon, it doesn't really smell like anything. It smells like wax. Oh, also, it's chipped right here, and you want to know why? I have another ramble story for you. So I was going through TSA. Oh, we all just love trying to get us both in the shot. Okay, so I was going, she didn't even want to be in the shot. I was going through TSA. So going from Florida, my local-ish airport here, to the Philadelphia airport back home, the Florida TSA was smooth. They didn't like open my bags, nothing. The Philly one, they're always wild. They have to go through everything. It's always such a process. And they like saw the candle in one of my bags. They opened up my other backpack too, but they like did that, like I couldn't see what they were like looking at, so I don't know what triggered that one. I'm getting winded from talking too fast. So then they're like, oh yeah, you're allowed to have candles, we just gotta test them. So they take the candle out, and I guess somehow it gets chipped in the process. Not a big deal, but, and the lady was really nice, but it was just weird. Like, what am I gonna, they took like a little towelette thing, and they just like swabbed the sides of the glass. What are you testing for? Like, couldn't I still be hiding a bomb inside the candle? I don't know. Anyway, candle. That's, yep, okay. Speaking of fiery smelling things, this was a gift from my mother. And it is, I don't know if you guys have heard of Demeter fragrances. It's just a company. It's actually, they're really reasonably priced too. They have their own website, but they have some stuff on Amazon too. They make different scents that are supposed to smell like exactly like a bunch of different random things. Like some of them are really random. They have like a kitten for one, freshly cut grass, like tobacco, black pepper, gummy worms, like random stuff like that. Okay, there's a bunch of teenagers walking through my front yard right now. Excuse you. Anyway, but yeah, like I said, fire stuff is my favorite smell, and my mom loves this one too. So when she saw it on my wish list, I feel so bad like saying like, oh, this is from my wish list. I sound like a spoiled brat, but in my family we get stuff from Goodwill, antique stores, and Amazon wish lists for each other. Anyway, it smells pretty good. Although last time I wore it mixed with a splash of Viva La Juicy, which is like one of my all-time, it's leaking, one of my all-time favorite, oh, it's definitely leaking. We don't want to waste it. One of my all-time favorite smells ever, although the staying power is garbage. And my realtor, who's a dick to me, by the way, like, here's more ramblings, I'm sorry. When I first moved here, my realtor was like nice to me and like kind of flirty, which was weird, even though he had a girlfriend, but whatever. And then his little brother moved down from up north to move in with him and help him run his Airbnb. And I didn't know anybody when I moved here, so I hung out with my realtor and stuff. And we would drink whiskey and go to bars and stuff like that. And then his little brother moved down. His little brother is way more personable than him. And his little brother became like one of my best friends. And we love to drink whiskey and watch reality TV shows together. But he just moved to South Carolina, so now I have no friends again. Anyway, after I became friends with his little brother, my realtor like started being like even more unprofessional than just hitting on me. Like he'll get drunk and just like be mean to me for no reason, which is really weird. Anyway, I was wearing that and Juicy Couture, and he told me that I smelled like a candle store and an old lady. But you know, I had these experiences my whole life where people who are close with my friends or my family members, like my sister's husband and my aunt's boyfriends and stuff like that, will like have some sort of weird vendetta against me and just treat me like absolute garbage. A theme. I don't know. I need therapy. Back to the show. My other sister got me 2 bags of this, and these are guava candies. Oh, look at my nails, profesh. They have these at the counter where you pay at like Chinese restaurants and stuff, and at nail salons. Not that I go to nail salons, but my work is right next to a nail salon, and I see these like trash in the parking lot all the time. Obviously don't go to nail salons. Anyway, they're really, really good. Now that I have a whole bag of them, it's not as special. I have 2 bags of them. It's not as special. I do really like them, but also I'm starting to notice they kind of taste like BO smells on some people, but in a good way. I don't know. And then that same sister got me this thing, and this will come in handy because for years and years and years, anytime I've needed to make, because I have like really little wrists and stuff, need to make like a strap shorter or like a belt shorter, I've just been like stabbing a new hole and it doesn't look that nice. But this one, you twist these and it's really hard to do, which is annoying. But I'm not even gonna do it right, it's hard. You twist these to different sizes and then it like hole punches in your belt like a perfect little hole. Now it doesn't cut all the way through this pair. Maybe other pairs are better. This is the general one. Doesn't cut all the way through, so then I have to take like tweezers and rip out the little piece that's still hanging on, but still the holes look a lot better than whenever I just gouge them with something else, you know what I mean? And then last thing from her, these are on my wish list too. These are clamps. 6 big heavy duty clamps. You know, the older lady that I become, I just want practical stuff. Like, my favorite kind of thing is just like a little thing that's just gonna make my life a little bit easier. I feel like that's the best gift of all. But 6 clamps, heavy duty. I do a lot of like, I fix a lot of stuff because I'm cheap instead of buying new stuff. And sometimes if I'm gorilla gluing something in particular and I need to hold it together, clamps. Because lately I've just been sticking like hand weights on top of stuff to keep it squished down while it dries. But now I have clamps. And then the rest, oh, here's one thing from my dad. My dad does never really get us gifts. He just like lets my mom do that whole thing. But he did get us each a little piece of silver. It's real silver. He got my nephew a Mickey Mouse one, and then he got my sister and my little cousin Bitcoin ones, which is kind of ironic. Yeah, this one has a certain politician on it that I'm not gonna show you guys because politics. Ooh, scary on YouTube. Okay. The rest of this, oh, let's get this out of the way. So my boss at the shop that I work at, one day I will make a video about that. She's really cool and I like her a lot, and we do stockings at work, and everybody puts, I don't know if everybody does, but most of us put stuff in all the stockings for each other. So I put their gifts in their stockings and da-da-da-da. So she gave me a thing of a bottle of loquat wine, which some of the loquats were from my own fruit tree that were used to make it, which is kind of cool, and a little bottle of mead, which I've never had before. I still haven't tried them. And then my stocking was just like full of alcohol and like I guess, was there candy in there? Like some Hershey Kisses. And then she got me, as my big present, these, this is, one of them's a shampoo bar, this one's a shampoo bar, and this one's a conditioner bar. And I looked them up online and they're expensive. My first thought, honestly, was like, oh, I should resell these on eBay. Shh, don't tell anyone. But I looked at the reviews and the reviews were like really good, and I've never tried shampoo bars before, and they're supposed to be good for like scalp issues and frizz and all these stuff that I have problems with. So I think after I run out of the shampoo and conditioner I have right now, I'm gonna use these. These are just like, they have like little bamboo holders, but there's soap bar looking things on the inside of these, and they are in the scent Hidden Waterfall. How does a public waterfall scent differ from a hidden waterfall? These are the questions I need answers to. So the rest is from like my mother, who's like the gift giver. This is from my Amazon wishlist. Oh, there's one thing that's under my bed. She gave me like a knockoff camouflage life straw thing too. She gave one to everybody in my family. And my nephew, he's 10. He like, on Christmas night, we were like sitting around the table playing games, and his life straw, he wanted to use it. So he just like put it in the filtered bottled water that he was drinking, and was drinking out of that the whole night, which is kind of a waste, but he was having fun. So this is it has options. So it takes batteries, it takes batteries, and you can hand crank it to charge it, and it's solar powered. So whenever we have these hurricanes here, I can just put it outside because it's still always sunny like the day after the hurricane. I can put it outside, I can charge it with the solar panel. I have batteries too. If times get really desperate, I can try to use the hand crank part, but I doubt that works really well, to be honest. But I feel like it'll be good to have, and I don't have like a radio, so it's an actual radio too. And it is also a flashlight, and it is a phone charger, which is the handiest part of all. It's got a USB and an audio port and a mini USB. So it's cool. It's multi-purpose, and it's got a compass, as if I know how to use a compass. There's a big flashlight on this end too. There's a bunch of different ones of these on Amazon, so if you're interested, take a look. I have like a whole prepper kit underneath my bed because I'm scared that the world is gonna end. I mean, who's not? That's not weird, right? Some lady outside is yelling. Can you hear her? Don't you know I'm trying to make a video? The audacity. Okay, and then she got me these knobs, which I guarantee she found at Goodwill. And I don't know, they're cool. They're for sure cool. They're like these little blue diamond drawer and cabinet knobs. The thing is, I already have like fancy cabinet knobs on my cabinets that I put on there whenever I redid them a couple years ago. And this color blue would not match my motif, but they are quite cute. Just not sure what I'm going to do with those yet. And then let's get this big thing out of the way. This is the one thing I haven't really opened yet. This was on my Amazon wish list. These are solar torch lights for the front of my house, and I hope they can resist the weather and heat here in Florida. But they looked cool and they had good reviews, and right now all I have is my motion light out there, and I wanted something like a little bit more like, see, look how cool they look in the picture. I wanted something a little bit more whimsical. But yeah, oh, I got myself a used leaf blower for Christmas, and I tried it for the first time and I felt like an airbender. Thing is cool. It is battery operated though, so it runs out of battery really quickly, but I need to use that in my flower bed. It doesn't have a lot of flowers in it. My landscaping out front, because a bunch of leaves are in it, and then I want to put these in and make it all pretty. But I wonder, yeah, the sun will hit them back there. I don't know, I'm gonna have to experiment with it. And then she got me a friggin' My Pillow travel pillow. So my mother is obsessed with the Mike Lindell guy for some reason, and this guy, the ex-heroin addict, and she just buys a bunch of his stuff all the time. And his patented, I don't know if you, I'm sure you guys have seen the infomercial His patented technology is really just ripped up pieces of foam. You can feel them, the little chunks. Ripped up pieces of foam inside of fabric. And I'm gonna sound like a brat. I hate travel pillows. Like, even the ones that you can just like put on the handle of your bag or wear around your neck, I don't see the point. I hate having extra stuff to carry around. So this is gonna get redistributed. But it's the thought that counts. Some people in this world have no pillows. Getting down to the wire here. This is... I never gave you guys a house tour, so I feel like this is kind of blasphemy. So my mom and my oldest sister came to visit in July, and my mom was just taking pictures and stuff. She took a picture of my kitchen. You see, my house is a little house. It's messy. There's a moo leash on the counter, but she took a picture of my kitchen and had it made into a puzzle. So if I'm doing my puzzle of my own kitchen, I don't even have to look at the box to reference it. I can just look at my kitchen. Because I don't think that I've moved much stuff around. There's a bunch of empty water bottles on my console table too. That's attractive. She got my one sister a puzzle of her, one of her band posters, like her flyers for her band. So that was kind of cool, but it got cut off in printing, which is kind of annoying. And then she got my other sister a picture of her family. She got a bunch of people puzzles. It's kind of neat. Yeah, you can get anything made into a puzzle these days. I don't have anywhere to do puzzles though, because like I don't have like a big table, like a surface anywhere. I have to like bring out a big piece of cardboard and do it on the floor and hope that Moo didn't step on it. And then the last thing, also on my Amazon was these. These have suction cups, so, and they're rechargeable. And they have different, and then you can make them dimmer, oh no, that's dimmer, or brighter. And the cool thing about this is, like, every time I try to take a picture of my outfit in front of the mirror in my living room, since it's facing the opposite direction, well, no, I don't have any light in front of it. Like, the light's behind me, because that's where my window is. And it would look ugly if I just installed LEDs around it, because then I'd have a wire, and I don't like that. It doesn't fit my very antique-y theme that I got going on. If I really want to take a picture of my outfit or a mirror selfie, I can just stick this on and take it off in the mirror. And I think that's great. Haven't fully tested it out yet, but excited about that. So, that's about it. Happy to be home. Pennsylvania was very, 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 very cold. And I feel for you. That was my stomach, in case y'all heard that. I feel for y'all that live in cold states. I know some people really like the cold, though. So, I'm just not one of those people. Like, I feel cold right now. I'm in a hoodie, and my house is probably... It's 71 degrees and my toes are freezing. So, not for me. But, yeah, happy to be back. And I live in, like, well, my family, and I used to live in, they still live in, anyway, I'm from the Amish part of Pennsylvania. And it's very cold, everything's very dead, it's very depressing, nothing to do. Like 9 months of cold, 3 months of warm. Nope. Anyway, my question of the day. I want to know, what was your favorite thing that you gave or received for Christmas this year? And if you don't celebrate Christmas, or you don't have anybody that is knows how wonderful you are and wants to get you presents, because I know that you're wonderful. If you don't have anybody like that and everybody in your life is a big old jerk, but what's your favorite part of the season? What's your favorite season? What's your favorite type of weather? What's your ideal temperature? I know that question just quickly veered into like a completely different question option, but let me know. I want to know. And I hope that y'all have had a wonderful December, and I hope that your new year is even better. And thank you all for watching and putting up